President Donald Trump made a strong move this weekend to protect America's military families from a fallout of the ongoing government shutdown. On Saturday, he announced that he has directed the Defense Department to use all available funds to make sure U.S. troops get their paychecks on Wednesday. Despite the federal government being partially shut down for nearly 2 weeks, Trump explained on social media that he acted because, in his words, and I quote, "Our brave troops will miss the paychecks they are rightfully due on October 15, end of quote. The president emphasized that as a commander-in-chief, he would not allow that to happen. He instructed Defense Secretary Paychecks to move money around within the Pentagon to make sure service members are paid on time. This order removes one major pressure point that could have forced the Congress to reach a deal sooner. With troops now guaranteed pay, the shutdown, already in its 11th day, is expected to drag on into a third week, and possibly even longer. Unfortunately, Trump's directive does not apply to the hundreds of thousands of civilian federal workers who have been furloughed or forced to work without pay. The White House Budget Office confirmed Friday that layoffs among federal employers had already begun. Many agencies remain closed and basic government services are stalled. Trump again placed the blame squarely on Democrats, saying they are refused to negotiate in good faith. The president did not specify exactly where the Pentagon would get the money. However, officials later said the funds would come from research and development accounts within the Department of Defense and emergency stopgap to cover salaries temporarily. Some analysts believe the move might tap into an extra billions of Defense Department received earlier this year under Trump's tax and spending package. It's worth nothing that federal employees typically get back pay once a shutdown ends, something guaranteed by law Trump himself signed during his first term. But this time, he hinted that he might reconsider that policy, suggesting that workers should not automatically expect to be compensated for the lost weeks. It's still unclear whether Trump's order will also cover members of the U.S. Coast Guard, which falls under the Department of Homeland Security during peacetime rather than the Pentagon. For now, the president's decision provides short-term relief to roughly 1.3 million active duty service members, many of whom live paycheck to paycheck. But it also leaves a massive gap of hundreds of thousands of federal workers still wondering when their next check will come. This marks the nation's third shutdown in 12 years, and neither side appear ready to compromise. Democrats are demanding that any new funding bill includes an extension of federal debt, healthcare subsidies under the Affordable Care Act. The White House, on the other hand, insisted the government must reopen before any negotiations on those subsidies can begin.